Good morning, good afternoon, and good evening, people on YouTube. Welcome back to William in Japan, and you join me on the Street Triple Moto 2 on my morning commute. Stuck in heavy Tokyo traffic as always, but I think I need to have some advice from you folks actually. So as in the title, dream bikes. I bet every single viewer that's actually looking at this video on this very small channel are motorcycle enthusiasts, and all of us may have a dream garage with a couple or even a dozen models that you would like to have in your life. Well, I have the very lucky chance of coming across one that is extremely exotic, rare in terms of its sales in Japan, because there was no official dealer back then, and very little numbers of that bike actually reached the shores. It was expensive back then. It's still expensive as a used bike today when you buy it off dealers. So this is really maybe once or twice in a lifetime coming across something as exotic at such a affordable price. Of course, why is it cheap? There's always a caveat. It has been left set up in a garage for the past 8 years. The owner, thankfully still alive, actually looked after it pretty well. Maintenance was done, battery was switched off just 2 years ago, even though he hadn't ridden for 8. He also switched out the coolant, oil as well, regularly. And the bike itself has only done 9,000 kilometers, so that's like 5,000 miles and a bit more. The bike itself is 26 years old. Definitely pretty old in terms of my bike purchasing experiences, but as I mentioned, it is a rare model. You don't come across these bikes often, and all the places you can find them, I actually found it on Facebook Marketplace. Believe it or not, just popped up, and I said I had to have a look. So I did. That Sunday actually. Went to the owner's house again. Old gentleman, very good with his maintenance skills, I have to say. The closest dealer of that brand of bike is more than 2 hours drive from his house, so ever since he bought that bike new, he had been looking after it by himself. So bike, of course, has been dropped. It's not perfect condition, but it's good enough for its age, frankly speaking. You don't get unrestored, how should I put it? People buy these kind of bikes, restore them and flip them for a high price. So you can get one in such a good condition before restoration and at a reasonable price is something very rare. So I think I will be taking the jump. I made my offer way lower than what he's asking, of course, but after looking at the bike, I don't know how much work it needs. So thinking about the risks, thinking about the extra costs I have to put into that bike in order to get it plated, past inspection, and on the road again. As I mentioned, it's a 26 years old bike. You don't find parts easily anymore. So we'll see. Plan to get a reply this evening, and hopefully, if the seller agrees, I will have a dream bike since my childhood years. A few hints. You guys can have another guess on the comments below. It showed up in a movie. The heroine, not hero, the heroine of the movie rode on it and was one of the most important movie scenes, at least in my childhood, early 2000s, with a motorcycle in it. So that's the hint. As I mentioned, it's rare, it's exotic, and the heroine rode it on a early 2000 action movie. I think that hint is good enough. You know what I'm talking about. Of course, the model of the motorcycle that's shown up in the movie isn't exactly what I bought, but it's from the same lineage. I'm buying a 1997 model, so 26 years old, as I mentioned. Oh, fingers crossed, guys, I can actually grab my hands on it. It'll take, let's say, half a year, even a whole year, to actually get it back and running. I see a lot of parts, especially those with the rubber that needs switching out. It happens. Radiation degrades rubber, splits here and there, but after switching them out, it should be good to go. Parts white, hopefully, again, fingers crossed here, guys. Hopefully, electronic wise, it's all still working. I really don't think I can get an ECU as old as that. Oh, that's another huge hint. It has an ECU, so it's an injection model, not a carburetor. So yeah, folks, very short video, but I really want to give you guys this update. What will you do if one of your dream bikes comes your way? I think I'm snatching that chance, even though it is a huge risk. It's kind of a barn find. As I said, 8 years sat up without being run. Tires have to go. Brakes needs an overhaul. Shock and suspension needs an overhaul. God, a lot of work, guys. But if I can get it running, if I can just get it running, it will be the bike I can cherish for the rest of my life. I was thinking the Street Triple will be with me forever too. Don't worry, it's not going anywhere. Even though I said I can't keep 2 bikes in my garage, for a dream bike, I'll make it work. Alright, thanks for joining me. This has been William. Let me know of your thoughts down below. Let me know your guesses what I'm going to get. And let me know if you ever came across a dream bike of yours and jumped. Alright, again, thanks for joining me. This has been William, and see you next time. Bye-bye.